Data is at the center of everything in today's digital era. With this digital era comes great responsibility of data protection. And so, General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, is here. GDPR is the new Data Protection Act that governs the way we handle personal data. It implements the EU law on data protection, European General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, and considerably strengthens the existing Data Protection Act. So what's new? It gives more protection to the data of individuals, such as 1. More rights. Individuals have greater control over how their personal data is handled. 2. More transparency. Organizations must be transparent about how they use personal data. 3. More accountability. Organizations face the potential for much larger fines if they fail to comply. It is important and critical because if Ingenuity Group is found to be in breach of the GDPR, we could be fined up to 20 million euros or up to 4% of our annual global turnover, whichever is greater. GDPR requires any organization processing personal data to have a valid legal basis for processing activity. The law provides 6 legal bases for processing: consent, performance of a contract, a legitimate interest, a vital interest, a legal requirement, and a public interest. The legal basis for processing personal data must be established before processing begins. The EU GDPR also gives individuals 8 rights relating to their personal data. We must let individuals know how they can exercise these rights and meet requests promptly. Let's learn more about the rights to understand our responsibilities. The right to be informed. We must provide transparency over how personal data is collected, stored, managed, and processed. The right of access. Provide individuals access to their data and explain how they and any supplemental data are reused. The right to rectification. Correct any personal data if incomplete or inaccurate. The right to object. Allow individuals' data to be stored but not processed. The right to erasure. Remove personal data on request when there is no compelling reason to keep it. The right to restrict processing. Allow individuals' data to be stored but not processed. The right to data portability. Provide copies of all stored data in a portable format. The right to reject automated decisions. Comply with requests not to automate decision-making using personal data. That's why we, at the Ingenuity Group, encourage everyone to have a Think Secure mindset. Think Secure mindset basically means that every colleague has a personal responsibility to manage information the right way. This is when you take an action to prevent or address a risk. For example, locking a door or using a complex password. These actions become second nature at work and at home, helping you to fulfill your personal responsibility. Ingenuity Group strives to be a responsible organization and ensures that rights of every individual, whether it's our customer or colleague, is protected under and according to GDPR. Chat with your manager or the governance and assurance team and learn more about the rights and the responsibilities given by the GDPR.